Win of the season at the expense of the Rams in L.A. While the win avoids a winless season for the Jets, it now also gives them the second overall pick in the draft behind the Jaguars if both teams lose out the final 2 weeks of the season. So, Shannon, how devastating was this win actually for the Jets' future?
From an organizational standpoint and a fan base standpoint, it's very devastating, Skip, because you possibly lose out on the opportunity to draft what you believe is a generational talent in Trevor Lawrence. But for the players, Skip, I do not want my poster beside the 08 Lions and the 17 Browns as 0-16. In 2020 Jets, that's not going to be on my resume. So if you look at those guys, Skip, you would have thought they won the Super Bowl. Because, man, that's a heavy burden. You're never going to forget that. Man, you mean to tell me you lost all your games? You couldn't win. You're like, what? Yeah, we won one. And Sean McVay, he's seething. They should be embarrassed. A 17-point dog. That doesn't happen very often, Skip. And that's what happens when you underestimate someone.
That was a bad sign for the Rams.
Yes.
I've been watching a lot of Trevor Lawrence this year. I watched all of it Saturday night. He has really impressed me. He did not always impress me a year ago. He is the real deal.
Yes.
This is devastating for the organization and for the fans. If I'm the owner of the Jets, GM of the Jets, I am rocked by this because it cost you a future that could have been as bright as you could make it. Because if you had Trevor Lawrence in the New York area, it could just jettison and take off.
And you can build around it.
And a lot of those players who are real happy right now would not be a part of that.
Exactly. That's why, Skip, we wanted to win. Because I ain't going to be, even if you do get Trevor Lawrence, I'm probably not going to be a part of it. So what do I care?
Nope.
It's so
but he shouldn't win the Heisman, though. Mac Jones, Devontae Smith should win the Heisman.
The Cowboys defense showed up big against the 49ers, creating 4 turnovers in the 41-33 win. Tony Pollard racked up 132 yards from scrimmage and 2 touchdowns, with Zeke sitting out with a calf injury. With the Cowboys win and every other NFC East team losing yesterday, Dallas is now second in the division, just a game behind Washington. Michael Vick is still with us. So, Mike, I feel like I've asked you this before, but right now, who wins the NFC East?
Man, look, Skip ain't going like this, and Shannon probably won't either. Shannon probably disagree regardless. But I'm going to say the Eagles. I'm going to say the Eagles because crazier things have happened. And while I do think we're going to beat the Cowboys this week, you know, I know the Cowboys had a good week last week. Tony Pollard ran wild, and they got some plays made on the defense, some interceptions, and it looked good. I really feel like, you know, we're going to beat the Cowboys this weekend, and we're going to beat the football team in week 17. And then, you know, however that shake up, I don't know, something's going to happen, and we're going to eventually end up in it. I'm just looking at it like this. I got to support my squad. And there's been a lot of ups and downs, man. And you know, I might be rooting with my heart right now, but I like what I see with my team, and I think they've been playing hard. And I think it's going to be a lot of letdowns come down the stretch, man. So, you know, there you go. That's my take, Jenny.
Either you need to get LASIK like Skip, or you need to borrow my glasses, because I don't see that. I don't see that. You understand how Skip looked at me? I looked at him like, I
already know. I knew the reaction I was going to get.
I'm going to take Washington because I think they're going to render this all a moot point come Sunday at about 2:35.
Yeah.
Now about 2:35, it'll be over. Everything but the shout.
So you
we're
think
gonna
by
let the church out.
halftime it'll be over?
The only thing left is the benediction. You know what? You had a church. You been in there. You like praise. Hey, the benediction. We dismiss.
And that's when you wake up in church, right?
That's when get your caps. They already ordered the caps. Got I don't know what what's the logo? I guess it got WFT on the Washington.
I don't know.
The Washington football team, Skip. I guess that's that. Look, I'm not gonna take a whole lot of your time, Skip. I know this your baby. You want to talk about it? I'm going. Washington will beat Carolina, and Washington will be the NFC East champ. Done.
As much as I love Jalen Hurts, I am not seeing the Eagles. I don't even know if it's mathematically possible for the Eagles with that tie to roar back. I guess it is. But
it is.
Okay. All right. So the point is, it all comes down to, as I told Shannon a week ago, to unbelievably, the whole NFC East season comes down to Carolina at Washington. Who knew before the season started? Carolina at Washington. Carolina's lost 8 of 9 games. But I'm going to give Carolina about a 20% chance of pulling off the upset of the year, which would vault my Cowboys, I believe, to the title and to a home playoff game. So what has Carolina done while losing 8 of 9? They lost by 1 point at Minnesota, by 2 points to my homeboy in his home, by only 3 points to Drew Brees and the Saints at New Orleans, and only 8 to Aaron Rodgers. And I thought they were going to get back in the game the other night at Green Bay. So they are game. They will fight you. They got that old college try going under their new college coach, Matt Rule. And Teddy Bridgewater will not quit. He will keep coming at you as average a talent as he is. He will fight you. And he's got not 1 or 2, he's got 3 receivers who can run by you. And DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and Curtis Samuel's the fastest one of all. But the other 2 have already gone over 1,000 yards. They have enough weapons that with all the pressure now on the Washington football team, knowing that they have to close this deal, starting with the home game, then they finish at Jalen. So they're at Jalen. It's already Jalen's team, so I say at Jalen. So I think with the pressure mounting, maybe it depends on, obviously, is it Dwayne Haskins? Is it Alex Smith? I don't really care because Alex Smith was horrible against the 49ers before he got hurt. I figure they'll rush him back in. I don't think he'll be much better than Dwayne Haskins was. I think there's a chance Carolina pulls it off. And if they do, you are in big trouble because my team has caught fire.
Skip, how many times have you just saw this Romo? All you had to do was win one game. You had to go to Philly, win. You win one game against the Giants for 3 years in a row, and you lost.
My team just won the turnover battle 4-0. My team just put up 41 after putting up 30 the week before. I'm exploding. Okay. I've sprung back to life.
You see, I try to spare you.
As you should. As you should, Skip.
Yeah.
As you should.
Look. I know you get your hopes up. I mean, I used to be like that as a kid, Skip. Santa had to filled out my list, and they told me Santa was going to bring it. And when Christmas came, Santa there was nothing on that list that I requested that was up under that tree. Okay. Now, I know what you requested, but it's not up under that tree.
I never requested anything. But I still believe in Santa Claus, and I still believe in the Dallas Cowboys' chances in the NFC least. It is the least.
Skip.
This is made. It's perfect. No, it's perfect. Skip. It's happening right before your very eyes.
You know, a part of me really wants you guys to come down to the last game, and then you lose at the end. Got that the hurt, the disappointment. There's nothing like the bite. Can you imagine? He get all geeked up. And then my guy, Red, who's on the COVID list, who will be back just in time to hand y'all that L.
Jason Garrett, offensive coordinator for the New York Giants, and we finish at Giants. We can beat the Giants.
Find a way.
Yeah, I trust us beating the Giants a lot more than I trust us beating Jalen right now. And Jalen's this Sunday.
Well, if you lose Sunday, it's over.
It's over. But we will know, because we play the late afternoon game, we will know the outcome of Washington and Carolina.
What I'm anticipating is that the football team beats Carolina and the Eagles blow you guys out because you realize you don't have nothing to play for.
Well, that's
what I anticipate, Mike.
Yeah, so my very worst nightmare would be if we win out and still lose the division. That would be the worst nightmare.
Why would that be worse?
Because we'd lose our draft pick. We tumble out of the top 10.
Yeah, you're already at 8 right now. Keep winning.
Okay, but if we win our last 2, we'll end up at 12 or somewhere, right?
That's a good pick.
It'll be like also ran. So we'll lose on both fronts.
Skip, you do realize that somebody in the NFC or somebody or the Rams or somebody like that, and you're going to be one and done.
Well, I'll take a home playoff game.
It's all about making it.
Andy Dalton, he makes plays, makes big plays. Huh?
Tampa hang 100 on y'all.
Okay. This season for Skip has been a... Tom Brady found himself trailing the Falcons 24-7 in the third quarter before mounting a comeback. Brady and the Bucs ended up going on a 24-3 run that was capped off by a 46-yard touchdown pass to Antonio Brown. Brady finished the game with 390 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no turnovers. Michael Vick still with us right now. So, Mike, please, could you give Brady a letter grade for his performance yesterday?
I'm going to give Tom a B+. And that's the Tom I like to see. I like to see Tom, not always, in dire straight situations, but I like to see the GOAT emerge when he needs to, and overcoming the 17-point deficit actually 2 times in this game really showed us that Tom still has the patience to sit in the pocket regardless.